How to deal with depression. Do you know about the rising of suicide cases in Malaysia? Do you know that depression is one of the main causes of the suicide cases? Do you know what depression is? Do you sometimes feel sad and have blues? You may cry and have trouble sleeping and lose appetite when you are sad. That's normal. What's not normal is when you feel like that for the long time, like for weeks or months. That's depression. Have you experienced it before? Do you know how to deal with it? Hello, I am Siti Nurdaya binti Muhammad Sukri from class EE 2413A. My student ID is 2020615432. So I'm here to spread awareness about depression and to share about how to deal with depression. So, what is depression? Depression is a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest. Depression causes people to experience depressed mood, loss of interest or pleasure, feelings of guilt, or low self-worth, disturbed sleep or appetite, low energy, and poor concentration. Currently, depression is the most widely faced mental disorder in Malaysia. Also, at global level, depression also the highest mental disorder experienced in developed countries and developing countries. In this article, it shows that the rising of suicide cases in Malaysia, there are 468 cases from January 2021 to May 2021, with Selangor is the highest recorded cases, which is 117 cases. In 2020, in 2019, there are 609 cases, and in 2020, there are 651 cases. It shows that the increases of the cases by years. In this article also tells that the most cause of depression is family problem, finance, and study. So in this page, I will tell about 3 ways to deal with depression, which is reach out to family and friends. Second, get a daily dose of sunlight and try challenge this negative thinking. First, reach out to family and friends. Getting support from people that we close with plays an important role in coping depression. People who experience depressions find it difficult to reach out for help. It's because when you are depressed, you are most likely to withdraw and isolate yourself from other people, and it makes connecting to even close family members or friends are so difficult. Someone who are experiencing depression might feel ashamed to share their problem and situation. These are 3 ways to stay connected. First, look for support. Look for support from people you are close. The person doesn't have to be able to fix you. They just need to be a good listener and will listen to you compassionately without judging you. Second, try to keep up with social activities, even if you didn't like it. But still, you must do it. Don't lock yourself in the darkness of your room because it will make you feel even lonely and stressful. Go out and have fun with your friends, like go shopping, vacation, or exercise. And 3, make a FaceTime priority. Because of COVID-19, many of us couldn't meet their family or friends. Therefore, FaceTime like video call can help us to reach our close ones. Second, challenge the negative thinking. Depression puts a negative spin on everything, including the way you see yourself and your expectation about future. When this type of thoughts come to you, you need to remember that this is a symptom of your depression. So when you remember it, you can identify the pattern of your destructive thoughts that will lead to your depression. You can break out of destructive thoughts just by telling yourself to just think positive. Therefore, you need to identify the pattern of your negative thoughts that led to your depression and replace them with a more balanced way of thinking. Once you identify the pattern, you can try challenge them and cross-examine your negative thoughts with questions such as what's the evidence that this thought is true or not true? Or what would I tell my friend who had this thought also? And last, maybe you can think how I might look at this situation if I didn't have depression. By having of this thought, you can cross-examine your negative thoughts and break the negative thoughts. Firstly, get a daily dose of sunlight. Staying in the darkness of a room will make you feel more lonely and hopeless. So, whenever you have time and whenever possible, get outside during daylight and expose yourself to the sun for at least 50 minutes per day. You can take a walk on your lunch break and have coffee at outside. Also, or you can have picnic in the park because sunlight can boost your serotonin level and improve your mood. Serotonin is associated with boosting mood and helping a person to feel calm and focused. Without enough sun exposure, serotonin levels can drop and will lead to higher risk of major depression with seasonal pattern. Therefore, even you are so busy, make sure you make a time for at least 50 minutes to go outside and expose yourself to the sunlight. Conclusion. As the COVID-19 continues, many of us are dealing with social distancing, isolation, and lockdowns that make it even harder to cope with depression. Depression drains your energy, hope, and drive, making it difficult to take steps that will help you feel better. Sometimes just thinking about what should we do to feel better can be exhausting or impossible to put into action. Therefore, don't overthink and just do the thing that we should do before it's too late. When the things get harder and your depression getting worse, I suggest you to go meet therapists or psychologists and have a talk with them. I promise that they will make you feel better. So don't be afraid and just go meet them. They will help you. Dealing with depression takes time and it's not easy. So don't you ever give up. Taking the first step is always the hardest. But when we already done the first step, it will be easier for us to take the second step. So just do it. Thank you.